Hey guys, my name is Kirby Kwan Jr. and welcome back to Crunch TV. Today we're here to talk about some basic troubleshooting that you should do for all of your costumes before you bring it to a convention. For today's video, we will actually be troubleshooting for William here. He's the person behind the camera that filmed most of our coverage over at Fan Expo 2021 Limited Edition, and for once, he'll be cosplaying in front of the camera rather than being behind the camera. In today's video, we will cover a few keynotes, including ease of wear, fit and silhouette, mobility and function, as well as capturing the essence of a character. So let's get started. Ease of wear. The first thing that we should look for whenever you put on a costume is actually being able to put on the costume yourself, whether it's putting it on or taking it off. While it's nice to have somebody to assist you, you should always be able to put it on and take it off on your own in the eventuality that you and your crew get lost or separated. That's just bound to happen at conventions, let's just be honest. So ensure that all of your fastening systems when it comes to zippers or straps or buckles are all accessible by you yourself, even if it is going to be easier to have somebody with you. The second thing we should consider is the fit and the silhouette. Make sure that the individual pieces mesh together well and proportionately. For example, the top half should never be overwhelming to the lower half and vice versa. Make sure that you're also able to preserve the silhouette through proper sizing. No matter how well detailed or authentically constructed the costume is, if it doesn't fit, it will look more like a costume of a character rather than the character themselves. Less sloppiness will always look cleaner, and larger pants almost always break the silhouette. And the most important thing is to make sure that it looks like you are wearing the costume rather than the costume wearing you. Another key thing to look out for are breaks and transitions. For certain parts of the costume, decide whether a loose garment should go on top to hide the break, kind of like what we did here with this scarf.
The only thing that bothers me is sometimes when you look up, for example, you can see the break in the neck.
Yeah.
And that does bother me a little bit.
That's why I was trying to hide it.
Yeah, if you tuck it in, it helps, but I did plan for this. Yeah, I think we got it. This looks good to me, in my opinion. Silhouette looks good. There's not too much crinkling in the pants, and there also isn't any weird tucking or stomach issues or anything like that. The shemagh really hides the break between the skin tone. And then also I think the reason why the shemagh works, in my opinion, is that it kind of hides the fact that you have two different colors going on with the green.
And maybe in other cases, maybe a tight garment should lie underneath the components to blend everything together like gussets. The next thing we should discuss is mobility and function. Look for any parts that can fall off or get misaligned easily, and if they will affect your functional range of motion. Are you able to traverse the crowds independently? Also consider if you could perform natural bodily functions independently, like going to the washroom. For more information about accessibility and motion, please refer to our other video right here in the top corner of your screen. And lastly, consider if it captures the essence of the character. While accuracy is something that everybody fixates on, rather than forcing yourself into a character, maybe you could try the inverse by forcing the character to become you. Ensure a strong consistency in aesthetics in your costume so that nothing looks out of place and everything is meshed together. It is beyond fine to stray away from the source material as long as you're able to resemble the essence of the character. At the end of the day, remember this is the one time you're able to become somebody else, but that somebody else can be your version of that somebody else. And those are the core things that you should consider in troubleshooting any costumes, but here are a few additional things to consider. Can your costume adapt or adhere to weather conditions? What about repairs, cleaning, and maintenance? If certain parts cannot be washed like traditional garments, are you able to repair, replace, or maintain them? And in other cases, it might even be good for you to waterproof certain pieces of your costume if need be. And perhaps the most important thing, make sure that you do your troubleshooting a month in advance before your event. And honestly, troubleshoot more than just once. Make sure that you have everything dialed in and fine-tuned to a T so that you're able to enjoy yourself comfortably as whatever character you choose to be. As you can see, we have William dressed up as Beachhead, and we're currently putting together a little G.I. Joe team ourselves, so you can look forward to that in upcoming videos. But until then, don't forget you could dream it, make it, and become it. And feel free to follow us on our social media platforms such as Instagram and Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe right here on our YouTube channel. Take care.